We'll see how that all does play out once January does roll around. Also, I do want to tell you guys, go watch Heels on Netflix. If you haven't already, or if you've already watched both seasons when it aired on Stars, do it again. Please go do it again. Go watch Heels on Netflix, because if it does well, there's a slight chance it can get a third season. Now, if you don't know, Heels is a show that aired on Stars that basically was about independent pro wrestling in the Southeast. It focused on a small little family-ran promotion called the DWL, Duffy Wrestling League. And their big rival promotion was out of Florida, and it was ran by Charlie Gully, played by Mike O'Malley. Mike O'Malley, a phenomenal actor. You may know him from multiple hosting gigs on Nickelodeon back in the early 90s. He was also on the CBS show Yes Dear. And the show is starring Stephen Amell, who you guys know from Arrow, or who you guys know from fighting... who did Cody team with at that SummerSlam where he fought Stephen Amell? Stephen Amell and Neville versus Stardust, and I can't remember his partner. Who was it? Do you remember?
Wade Barrett.
No, it might have been. Hold on. It was, King Barrett. But then you also might know him from the original All In event where he took on Christopher Daniels. But this show is amazing.
They accused.
Go for it.
It's because Christopher Daniels accused him of killing Joey Ryan.
Yeah. So it also stars Alexander Ludwig, who you might know from the show Vikings. They play the Spade brothers after their father passes away. Won't say how. I won't give any spoilers here if you haven't seen it. But after their father passes away, older brother Jack Spade, played by Stephen Amell, takes over the company. And yeah, it's basically the story of Jack is a nice guy in real life. Kind of got his demons and his problems, and whatnot. But for the most part, he's the nice guy that plays the heel wrestler. Then his brother, Ace Spade, is the complete, total asshole in real life, but plays the everyone loves me babyface. And because he's such a in real life, needs that babyface role, needs the love from the fans. And when he stops getting it, all hell goes loose. But that's all I'm going to say. Heels, it is on Netflix now. Go watch it, because there's a possibility it gets the Cobra Kai treatment. If it does well on Netflix, and Netflix sees that a lot of people are watching it, maybe they give us a third season. Or maybe someone else picks it up for a third season, because this, speaking of Stephen Amell, happened with Suits. If you don't remember back in the day, Suits aired on, I want to say, the USA Network, and it did very well for USA. But once the show ended, it kind of just died out. No one really talked about it till it came back to life on Netflix. Well, because Suits was a huge hit on Netflix for people going back and watching all the old episodes, NBC Universal, who did the show originally on the USA Network, is bringing it back with a spin-off series starring Stephen Amell called Suits LA. All because it got popular again on Netflix. So you guys go to Netflix and watch Heels. It is, I want to say, 16, 17 episodes for both seasons. But technically, if you really watch it right, it's just one long season. A real TV show, and I hate all of this damn streaming where it's like, a TV show on Netflix or on streaming is only 8 to 10 episodes. But then you watch one on like ABC or CBS or NBC and you get the full 20 episodes. And that's basically what Heels season 1 and season 2 is. Because where season 1 ends, literally, season 2 starts at the exact moment season 2 ends. The exact moment of a main event match ends, and then season 2 starts with those wrestlers getting out of the ring, basically. So go watch Heels. It's basically one season. It's broken up into 2, though. They did have issues as far as, like, when they started the show, they started filming, COVID hit. So they got screwed there. Then they started doing season 2, strike hit, writer strike, then the actor strike. And what really hampered season 2 of Stars when it premiered was that actor strike, because none of the actors were allowed to promote the show. None of the actors were allowed to do interviews, media tours, any social media posts saying, hey, season 2 of our show comes out this week. Season 2 of our show is coming out here. Except for, well, Stephen Amell kind of got around it. He went on a run in his neighborhood and knew where the billboard was for heels that Stars has set up, because Stars can still kind of promote the show. And so he took a picture on his run, a selfie of himself, but the billboard's in the background. So he got a little clever for it. People gave him a little heat and hate for it, but go watch Heels on Netflix. Even if you don't like pro wrestling, even though you probably do since you're watching this, go watch it. I know people that hate wrestling but love Heels, because what Heels does, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, what Heels does perfectly is balances the wrestling and the non-wrestling. You'll get episode 1, full-on wrestling episode. It's all about the show. It's all about putting on that show at the Duffy Arena and this and that. And then you go to episode 2, there's almost no wrestling at all. It's all about story, characters, this town. You go to episode 3, you got more wrestling. 4, no wrestling, just character-driven. And they balance that and they go back and forth, which is why so many non-wrestling fans love this show, because there is more than just wrestling here. And it is amazing. The entire cast is perfect. So go watch Heels. It is now on Netflix, both seasons. Can't talk more glowingly about this show. And season 2 ends on 3 cliffhangers, because they thought they were getting a season 3. And then Stars goes, oh, we're canceling X, Y, Z, boo, boo, because like 5 shows at once. And Heels was unfortunately one of them. But have you watched Heels yet?
No, I have not.
Oh man, you should watch it. It's amazing. It's amazing. I will say one thing. If you've got kids, you might not want them to watch. Because in episode 1, there is a sex scene, and I think there's one in episode 2 as well. Like, Kelly Berglund gets completely naked and Alexander Ludwig backstage before one of his matches because he gets a little nervous. So there is that. And that's why it's a Stars show. But regardless, other than there's a couple sex scenes throughout the 2 seasons, and I think there are more in season 1 than even season 2 anyways. Other than that, great show to watch with anybody. Like, other than that, I don't see anything else that if you let your kids watch wrestling, you let your kids watch this. Just when they go into the back room and you can tell they're about to fuck, fast forward real fast. Anyways, enough of that rant. Again, go watch Heels. Anyway, what were you going to say? Uh-oh, I think Luke froze.
Yeah, just put them in the other room and just hurry up and fast forward.
Well, you don't even need to do that. Just be like, close your eyes real fast. That's what we would do. That's what I would do. Is close your eyes.